Remix likes talking a lot, so when we used to not live together, we will always be on Discord or TeamSpeak together. But you know, when I like want to do my own stuff, I just kind of like leave him there.
Yeah,
but
but
now
you
he just comes to my
can't
room.
get away now.
I can't escape from it. The biggest reason why we were the better tanks in NA is because we tried, like we practiced, we studied, and we're also huge nerds when it comes to the game. So we just like.
Yeah, we just go to the custom games and like figure out strats and tiny things that can just give you an advantage to give you a win.
There was actually this crazy play that we did against C9. Actually, we didn't win that map, but there was this one time like we were gonna play Numbani on against C9, and we just went, all right, we'll just like lose this match. But there's no way we're gonna win against these guys. But you know, I really thought we needed something. We needed like every single advantage we could get. So we literally went into custom for like hours and hours as a team to develop one particular strategy just for that one single point, and it worked beautifully.
What was the strat?
Basically, when the meta back then was Lucio Ana. It was basically like
It was Lucio Ana on defense on Numbani.
Basically, the team would hold, like the squishies, the damage, like the DPSs and supports would hold and like a high ground, and the second the enemies come in, they would drop instantly to relieve pressure and just play around that. But what we thought was like, well, what if I go as D.Va and I shift them back so they can't, so we don't like,
so they can't run, and then when he's pushing them forward, I'm landing at the same time. So we just tried working and coordinating that perfectly.
The reason why people didn't really go for a full dive was that, you know, D.Va exists and the Matrix is crazy. But what if what if you get all the characters that can do damage through Matrix? So I think the plan was we would like just throw our bodies into it. The Genji dash, the D.Va boosters, monkey jump, and all the melees at the same time. There's no way you can block that.
From all the time you guys have played together, is there a funny story, or you guys ever like bicker over things?
That's every day. We're like an old married couple at this point. But funny stories, we were on a pretty interesting team. Kungarna had a lot of stories, but I guess the best moment, if there was one, was when we beat C9 out of contenders back during group stages, I think. That was a really big moment for us. Everyone was really hyped up. Everyone was like really into it. No one was ever that into the game before.
Yeah, that match was like really close because like we were tied and it was like a tiebreaker that everything mattered. This was like literally our life. Like either we die fighting there or like we don't make it. And then everyone put all their effort and passion, and we come through and win that match.
Were you guys sort of the underdogs there?
Oh yeah, I mean, no one really liked our team.
Why not?
We didn't really have anyone really known, and we also had I won't say who, but we had, let's just say he was very impressionable. And I guess a lot of teams were rooting against us, but we didn't really care. That made us play better, if anything. If we wanted to get better, we wanted to show that we were better, and now we're here.
So on C9, when you guys did beat them, was your now current teammate Surefour?
Yeah.
So
actually, pretty funny story about that. I guess after the tournament, we actually caught Surefour's post-tournament stream, and he was talking about how, you know, the tanks from the Kungarna like got us all, or made a lot of space for the team, and so on. And for us, it actually meant a lot to us because as tank players, you don't really get noticed a lot. It's always the DPS players, right? Oh yeah, 5K headshots everywhere.
Put the camera at the DPS
all the time, and you have the tanks doing all this at the side, just making space for the team. Oh, let me just save you here. Oh, let me just stop the team from moving here. But no one cares about that. They want to see all the headshots. But
there's no tank replays.
No, there's no tank
at least on
BOTGs. Yeah, I think NA especially focuses a lot on DPS, but when we were listening to Surefour's stream, he was talking about all that stuff, and it meant a lot to us because again no one cares. But But like Surefour is a DPS that we respected a lot too. In fact, the only reason I think we won was because we respected the team a lot and we tried really hard to not make any mistakes. But hearing him say that kind of meant a lot to us, and I think we started liking him a lot ever since that stream.
Tell each other what your favorite thing about them is.
Oh man.
In game or out of game?
I guess in game when iRemiix really feels confident, he literally calls everything. He's like very confident of his own play, so he rarely loses any mind games to the other tank, and it looks like he's having a lot of fun, and I build off of that energy too. And back in Kungarna too, I feel like being a player has to do with a lot of things. I mean, you're a player, but you're also a teammate, and I think a lot of I think something that's a little underrated is what you can do to help your teammate outside of the game as well, like just mentally, right? Kungarna was a very on and off team. When everyone felt confident and everyone believed in each other, I honestly thought like this is like one of the more stronger teams in NA for sure. But when they weren't on, it really showed as like one of the bottom tier ones. But because of that, I guess I really focused on I really tried hard to make everyone positive. Ask the questions that we need to get the conversations going. And the reason why I enjoyed playing with iRemiix so much was because I could do that for him. Like when you could enable him, when you give him all the resources you need, he pops off. So,
Adding into that, basically Bischu just said it, like he's able to keep the team positive attitudes, and he's able to keep me alive if I go to ham and provide me all the resources that I need to show what I'm capable of and doing all the plays that I can do.
For more Overwatch interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.